Just Paul Brown Stadium. Just like you said, I'm a hard 513 Bengal fan, but you about to trample all over me, sacks and all that. Nah, sprinkle me in the ocean.
All right. Had some deep sea fishing, catch a big marlin, toss you out there, something like
bury
that.
me a butt. I'm serious.
All right, well there we go. We got two non-sports venue answers. So.
Quarterback is literally the most important position.
I understand
But
that.
he's not sold on Russ, so why aren't you sold on Russ? Tell me that. Last 2 years,
Is it because of Pete Carroll?
I mean, it hasn't been.
He got us
slumping.
thinking DK really that dude.
Russ has not looked like
I
himself.
think he
for the last 3
relied
seasons.
more on that Legion of Boom defense, and then he's going to do the same
early
thing here
on,
in
of
Denver.
course.
What has he done with what Tyler Lockett? Like, I mean, what has he really done
People
to
know who Tyler
solidify
Lockett
himself?
is because of us.
I'm not sold on, man. I mean, y'all want to go high
I
on
mean, he
Russ?
made the playoffs his first 8 years in a row. He won 10 games a season every year for the first 6-7 seasons or something, like things that
He's a
nobody's
winner,
ever
man.
done. Welcome to That's Debatable, everybody. My name is Ryan Dietrich, here with my guys, Jeremiah Bays and Will Ward. And behind the desk, as always, Adam Dell. We are live from the Yamo Media Studios here in Columbus, Ohio. We're getting started a little bit late, so we're going to dive right into it. Ohio State cleaned the Irish out of the shoe on Saturday. 21-10, not quite what we expected.
I said 10 at first. Y'all guys
didn't
bigged up the Buckeyes so much. I'm like, beat them by 40. But I did say 10.
You didn't think it was going to be that low scoring, though.
I didn't want it to be that low scoring. But the message that Marcus Freeman gave his boys, I knew he was going to have them not get rolled on. They was going to fight, and that's what they did. The Irish fought.
They did. It was a scrappy battle. Yeah, and you said it. You were asking for that Buckeye defense to step up all week. The Buckeyes allowed 10 points early on in the game, shut them out after that for basically the last 40 minutes. Shutout second half. So the Buckeye defense stepped up and did its thing. Mayan Williams, maybe the star of the game, definitely got his stuff together and helped carry the team. C.J. Stroud was a little bit off. JSN goes down early. So give me the
2 weeks.
Give me the takeaways. All right, well, let's talk about that. JSN being out probably this week against Arkansas State. Ohio State's a 44-point favorite, so
That's why, man.
Why exactly?
Hey,
Why
Hakuna
not?
Matata, no worries. Smith and Jigba's out. You got a couple other guys that can step in. You got the newfound favorite Ohio State right now, Xavier Johnson.
Yep.
He came in with a hot touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. is still out there. Fleming was an early scratch. So I think they're right where they need
What's
to
my
be,
guy's
man.
name, number 2. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. Number 2. He made some plays.
Ibuka? All right.
Ibuka? Emeka Ibuka?
Yeah, I like him. I think they better look out for him. He's going to eat while the other guys.
I think he had a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, he had one. And like I said, Xavier Johnson had one. And that just lets you know how deep that receiver core is, because the only thing you kept hearing about is Smith and Jigba and, Marvin Harrison Jr., but you got some guys that stepped in at the right time, man. I had already said last week that it was going to take a good, strong run game. You had Henderson, he had 91, and Mayan Williams had 84. So when the passing game ain't doing too well, you always want to have a good, strong run game that can take the lead and take the show. But hey, the offense wasn't even the focal point. We wanted to focus on the defense, and that's who stood up. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we don't need Smith and Jigba the next 2 weeks.
Offense is going to hit their stride. Stroud is going to hit his stride as the time goes by. I don't care about none of that. Solid run game, that's what I care about. And the defense, the red zone. I loved us in the red zone. We did not give anything up. No room for error, no room for them to try to get in there, nothing like that. They got the one little measly little big play that got them down there to get that touchdown and a field goal. And after that, it was smooth sailing for us. I mean, as far as defense, because that's the type of defense that's going to get us to where we need to be. And that's what I want to see, another natty. It's been too long.
So shout out to the homie Tommy Eichenberg, man. That's a real linebacker. Dude. Finally, I always look to see the quarterback of the defense is a strong linebacker. And he stood up, had 6 tackles, and the defensive line had tackles for loss. They was running around there looking like the silver bullets that we know they can be. But that's one game. You got to continue to do it. Don't want to downplay what they did, but you got to keep it going, man.
Yes.
Definitely was a good sign to show, what we have, though. Shout out to Jim Knowles and his defense.
You said it, yeah. Speaking of the defense, Notre Dame had 76 yards rushing is all. And they had 6 guys with catches. 5 of those dudes just had 1 reception.
Yeah, that's what I like.
The other guy, Meyer had 5 of them, and that was about it. Buckner for 177. So like we said, all Buckeye defense for basically 3/4 of that game. And the offense will come around, so that's just fine.
Yeah.
And maybe Olave and Garrett Wilson being gone, I think we finally saw those holes that those do. When you have 2 top 15 picks in the NFL draft leave, it's going to leave a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
But, trust in the boys, they'll come around.
Yeah.
Get their feet going. This will be a good week against Arkansas State. A nice chance to really open up the throttle and let them handle it. I think we'll see a lot of Travion Henderson this week.
How do y'all feel about this Notre Dame disrespect? A lot of people are, shitting on Notre Dame just to, dim the light that we just got. Like, I mean, a lot of them is them UM fans, of course, but it's Buckeye haters all over the land. Except only people who really don't hate the Buckeyes is people like Alabama. Like, they don't hate us. Like, they ain't got no reason to. They actually win. But us, I've been seeing a lot of flack about who we played, and they was overrated or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
I haven't seen a whole lot of that talk. I guess I'm hearing a little bit of it, but I mean, Notre Dame is now number 8 in this week's rankings. So to be dropped only 3 spots, that gives some credit to, hey, that's a standout opponent.
Right.
If they would have thought less of Ohio State, they would have got bumped down more, dropping 10 spots if they're thinking Ohio State isn't quite the powerhouse that they are. So,
yeah.
And I think to answer that as well, it's week 1. We're going to see what kind of offensive powerhouse Notre Dame can be. And if they start rolling out, 35 points a game, yes, that'll give the Buckeye defense a little more credit for holding them to 10. But I think the next few weeks and once the season progresses and we find out a little bit more about Notre Dame, I think that conversation might change. But yeah, I have heard some of those rumors, and I mean, it is what it is. You're going to hear all sides of it. Everybody likes to throw a little shade at the Buckeyes. Just for, you got to throw a little shade at,
for sure.
The best, number 2, whatever. But Ohio State Notre Dame was the most watched college football game of opening weekend with 10.5 million viewers. So.
All right. Before we move on from the Buckeyes,
yep.
I was real fascinated this week with my man Mayan Williams. He ran pretty strong in the second half, but it was a glimpse of Mayan Williams that reminded me back from 2001, 2002, number 13. I don't know if you guys remember number 13.
He was at the game. He was on
was
the field.
he?
But does
that team got celebrated?
His run style did you guys see any kind of glimpses of a Maurice Clarett type of run from him, or his build, or just something reminded me of a Maurice Clarett coming from Mayan Williams?
I would have to go back and look at the footage just because Maurice Clarett, I was just happy with that dub versus me actually knowing what Clarett could actually do. Because by the time I really got real wind of Clarett, he had guns in the car.
So, I don't know. I think it was that end zone, in the red zone when they scored. It was something about, I always have that mental image of Maurice going into the end zone against Miami, on the goal line, and him kind of jumping in and diving into the end zone. And it was something about Mayan Williams, how he kind of turned his body and his frame. It looked a lot like Maurice. So I think Maurice was one of the best running backs ever to come out of Ohio State.
For sure.
And I think Mayan can possibly, him and Travion is going to be back there going tag team champions. But I think Mayan can almost outduel, Travion this year.
And if he,
about that, though?
if he can emulate Maurice Clarett and just grind out that role, and Travion Henderson's still
on
gonna
the field, man.
Solely on the
football.
And Travion Henderson's still going
don't try to leave
Travion
early like
Henderson's
Clarett
thing. You know what I mean? So I can see that nice little complimentary role, but I'll have to keep my eyes out for that. I saw your tweet showing shades of that.
We talking freshman year, Maurice. That's it.
I'm gonna have to. After his freshman year, he thought he could go to the league.
Bronco Maurice.
If you read the reports on Clarett, after that year, he tried to go to he sued the NFL and everything. he was trying to nah, I'm good enough to go now type. I don't know. I don't really know if he was. Only running back I know that was good enough to go straight out of high school might have been AP. And then now Derrick Henry maybe. I don't know. Maybe Clarett was that beastie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Maurice was nice.
Yeah, he was nice, but I don't know if he's NFL nice.
Mayan Williams is nice, that's for sure.
But because Travion was one of the front runners. He was like 5th on the Heisman watch, right? So for Williams to be that good, that just shows what we got in that backfield and what we got in that scarlet and gray.
They evened them up. Travion had 15 carries for 91. Maya had 14 for 84. So we going tag team champions of the world right now.
I got you.
What type of if you like Clarett, what would you consider Travion? Because of the 1-2 punch. I'm thinking of it's usually like electric back and a big diesel back.
Yeah.
But ain't they both like?
They both kind of the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. A little bit similar.
It's like two Lindell Whites in the backfield instead of a Reggie Bush and Lindell White type. Okay.
All right. There's your Buckeye recap.
Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown.
Week 1. There
Arkansas
you go.
State.
Felix Jones and.
Week 2, Arkansas State coming up. Like we said, Buckeyes big favorite. That's noon here at the Shoe Saturday here in Columbus. It is what it is. There'll be some nice storylines that come out of there, but Buckeyes looking to get that offense in full gear and keep it going. We're gonna keep it local. Some high school football over the weekend, as we do here in Ohio. Big Ohio weekend of high school football. Jeremiah, what do you got on City League? And we won't get too much into depth. We got a little bit late start, so give me the highlights. Give me a few games that you're looking and that you got your eyes on this weekend.
Well, just to walk back my last statement, Harvest Prep whooped Eastmore's ass. Like, it was so bad that it was a fight in the parking lot. Like,
that's right.
Yeah. But it wasn't. Columbus Dispatch did some clickbait, I was told. It was really just about 2 girls and one dude tried to show off his little Thule gun, whatever, and it was like it wasn't what they said it was.
What was the final score?
Final score was too damn much to not enough. But
Big Walnut's for real. They're nothing to joke.
Nah, we had Harvest Prep. Harvest Prep's for real. Nah, it was 43-6. And then what my guy told me that the Harvest Prep coaches start eating sandwiches on the sideline. That's how bad it got.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. A little bloodbath over there.
Hey,
so
dude,
yeah, they definitely it wasn't good.
You gotta snack up.
Hey,
ain't got nothing wrong with that.
New Albany had 58 points against Walnut, 58-8. Marion Franklin lost. Eastmore versus Marion Franklin this week. And everybody know about them Red Devils, Eastmore, Marion Franklin. It's kind of early in the season, I feel like. I always thought that was a later matchup. But we here.
Where's it at?
That is at Eastmore. Eastmore is 1-1. Looking to get back on track after what they just did, after that butt whooping they just took last week. And Marion Franklin is looking back to get, looking for a dub. Now, this ain't my Marion Franklin from 10 years ago, so I'm expecting Eastmore to roll them. Now, Coach Miranda better have them boys ready to beat this team because we don't do no losses to Marion Franklin no more. Afrocentric and South got Afrocentric. They 1-1. South is 2-0. What's some other notable games? Bishop Hartley lost again. I know this ain't the city, but because we do represent Hartley here. Bishop Hartley had another unfortunate loss, so it's just a slow, tough start. Maybe they could just gather up some wins to try to get them back in the playoffs, but they did lose.
So Hartley's off to 0-3 on the road.
And this week they got Archbishop McNicholas Rockets. The Archbishop McNicholas Rockets. Now that's a weird long name, but they're out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yikes.
So
taking that trip down to Cincinnati.
And hopefully they don't go down there just to come back 0-4. I would like to see them boys. And what's my man's name? Anthony
Murphy.
Anthony Murphy and them get the dub. I ain't get winning. Did he get that touchdown last week? I ain't even see.
I did not tune in.
Hopefully he got
Bishop
that touchdown
Hartley.
at least in that because he was looking for it for the dub. So we'll see how it go. Ain't no more notable matchups for real. Just Marion Franklin at Eastmore. No other rivalry games.
Big news, Eastmore looking to come back off that loss and get a dub against, in turn, Marion Franklin into 0-3.
What else we got?
And Bishop Hartley heading over to Cincy. That's going to be a tough one.
The East Bulldogs beat the Scott Bulldogs, and Scott Bulldogs is from Toledo. They beat them 55-13, so East is still looking good this year. Big Walnut, they rolling, man, 59-24. They whooped on Beechcroft. And I thought Linda McKinley was going to hold it down, but they actually lost by a lot, too, to Beaver. Leave it to Beaver, 42-14, and they got it done.
I talked to a lady at the dog park this morning. Her grandkid plays for Kilbourne. She was pretty upset that they got shellacked over the weekend. So. It's always funny.
Them high
running
school
into
losses,
the local community, man. Everybody at the dog park, out checking out that got to watch your grandkid go support him at Kilbourne, right? So thank you, Jeremiah, for a little high school football update here, keeping it local in Columbus. But now it's time. You guys know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is the start of the NFL season. Week
It's
1.
a holiday. We shouldn't have been off of work on Monday.
Dude,
we should have went to work and school Monday and should have had Thursday off because that's the real holiday. The NFL season is here. The kickoff is happening. Like that's the best holiday to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think we should.
That's almost Christmas to me, right?
What we got to do to make a petition, have some people sign it. What we got to do to make NFL start of the NFL season a holiday?
Get on to petition.org or whatever and see what we can get rolling.
Let's just figure out how many signatures we could get. I think if we got this much people say we should not work the opening kickoff of the NFL season.
All right, well.
At least the next day, the Friday or something like that. We know the season open up on Thursday.
Yep. Give us
It's
Friday.
going to be a pretty good game starting off the week. Already starting off the season. Got Buffalo against the Rams.
That's right, and if you've been following us over the last few weeks, we have covered all of the divisions in the NFL -2. So that brings us to the NFC West and the LA Rams. Okay. Excuse me. The NFC West and the Rams.
Up, man?
The AFC East and the Bills.
He was ready to talk about his boys, man.
That's all right. We'll throw it to break real quick and collect ourselves. I know we got jumping a little bit late, but so we will come right back and hit you with our AFC East and NFC West preview heading into tomorrow night's Buffalo Bills and Los Angeles Rams NFL Week 1 season opener. So sit tight. We'll be right back on That's Debatable here on the Yamo Network.
Like and share.
Hello, I am Annie J. Ross Womack, the Executive Director of the Ohio Sickle Cell and Health Association. And I'm here to talk to the parents and student athletes about a very important topic. The NCAA has instituted different standards for all divisions of student athletes. Before you can play sports in any college or university, you must present a negative trait status or hemoglobin status documentation. Your hemoglobin status is taken at birth with the newborn screening. And what they do is they run your blood for any abnormality or any birth defect. There are thousands of newborn screening birth defects in this country. For more information about sickle cell disease, sickle cell trait testing, you can call our offices at 614-228-0157. Or you can visit us via web at ohiosicklecell.org.
Let's talk Bishop Hartley. So you're off to an 0-2 start in your senior season. What do you guys need to do to turn that around?
We really just got to focus in on practice and like the little things like executing our plays better, defense running the run gaps, and we got a lot of young guys stepping up this year. So I think like a lot of guys getting more experiences. So that's good. We're always playing tough games.
You play both sides of the ball, linebacker and tight end. Which do you prefer better? You like hitting guys more? You like running routes and catching?
I like hitting guys more. I like sagging quarterback. I like doing that.
I want to take it back to this season for you, Anthony. You guys have 8 road games to start the season off with. Just tell us a little bit about how tough that is about playing on the road. And this is senior year. Are you going to miss playing in front of those home fans for most of the season?
For me, I don't really mind playing on the road, but it gets us like a playoff experience. Basically, like every game feels like a playoff game, so it's gonna help us in the postseason for sure. It's really like every game's a big game, and you can't take no team for granted, really.
Do you play mentor? What steps do you take to show those youngsters the new ropes and offer advice? Because eventually you'll have to play that role a little bit. So, being a teammate as a senior, you got to show some leadership. What steps do you take to help those underclassmen?
Just really mentoring them, trying to teach them little things, or like for my positions group especially, like just trying to teach them little techniques and how to get off blocks, how to block, how to run routes, just different stuff I can do to help the younger guys like be better and basically get on the field and contribute.
So I'm going to lighten the load up here real quick, a little bit of easier question. So when you get in before the game to get you jacked up?
There you go.
I'm listening to a lot of Detroit music like Baby Smooth, Real the Young OG, A.K. Dynamite, like people like that. That's all I like to listen to.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Best of luck to you. And we'll keep an eye on you. As you know, we'll be calling some of your Hartley games. You're easy to see out there on the field at 6'4", big man. Best of luck to you and stay after it, all right?
All right, for sure.
I don't like Ryan Clark. Yeah, it's all right.
All right, welcome back to That's Debatable. My name is Ryan Dietrich. Hang on. We're getting set. We're ready to roll. We got the AFC East and NFC West coming at you. Thank you for sitting tight with us. Where do you want to start? AFC East?
Yeah, because NFC West won a championship last year. Mm-hmm. So hold that off for
All right.
last.
But the AFC or AFC East, I think a champion
Could come out of the AFC East, man.
I'm with you there.
Just the AFC East champ.
Speaking of, well,
I don't know. There's a lot of people talking about that Bill Mafia team. But
I got it right.
Start off with that.
I got Super Bowl odds somewhere. All right, AFC East, worst to first. I think there's kind of a consensus on who we got at the bottom. Oh, I got them right there in the middle. Thank you, Will. All right, AFC East, last year, 2021. Buffalo Bills win the division at 11-6. The New England Patriots and rookie Mac Jones, a surprising 10-7. They had a pretty solid stretch.
Should have been Rookie of the Year.
Could have been Rookie of the Year, but he won. Miami Dolphins finished third at a solid 9-8. And the New York Jets are rounding it out at 4-13. Obviously, probably the biggest move in the division would be Tyreek Hill, headed to Miami. Von Miller, headed to Buffalo, is also a big one. And that's also a good storyline heading into tomorrow night. Leaving his former team in the Rams and his Super Bowl, headed to
We've
Buffalo
been talking all year.
and trying to win the first Super Bowl ever in Buffalo. And actually, the Buffalo Bills are the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl at plus 500, followed by Kansas City at plus 600. So let's go through it. I assume you guys got the Jets at the bottom.
Yep.
Take it away.
Not enough sauce.
How many?
5.
You got them getting 5?
5.
Willie.
And this is before I found out Zach Wilson is out for the first 4 weeks. So they might get 4 because I got them only winning 1 game in the first 4 weeks.
Yep, they did. Yeah, I got them beating Cleveland. I got them
Actually,
beating
I
Pittsburgh
got
too.
them beating Pittsburgh, and that's because that's Mitch. If this was Kenny, I would have them losing. Because in the Kenny one, I got them. Hey, bro, listen here, bro.
Got a heavy heart for Kenny, don't you, buddy?
He does.
When he started ripping the AFC North in a couple years, I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah. Joe Burrow got all the hype now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Will, what you got him at?
I got him at 7 and 10, man. I do have him taking a quiet licking in the first couple of weeks. I got him beating Cleveland, and that's it by the bye week. So
I got him beating Cleveland.
No
I got him beating Pittsburgh and New England.
Yeah, New England too. I got New England.
You crazy. All right, I got him beating Cleveland. I got him beating Pittsburgh, Miami, and New England. So I got him going 4 and 5 into the bye week.
You got him beating New England?
Mm-hmm. I got him
beating Miami too.
Dude, I got him sweeping New England.
My dots are kind of
close. Oh, okay. I thought you thought highly of New England.
I'm all right on New England. I got the Jets. I got them at 9 and 8.
That's too much.
That's too many.
That's
probably too many.
That's way too much.
But hey, man, I like Robert Saleh. The defense getting ready.
Okay, it makes sense now.
The Zach Wilson
It makes
thing.
sense now.
So, you know.
The injury or him sleeping with his mom's best friend?
Yeah, a little bit of, well. 9 and 8's probably too many. I'll be a little bit bullish on. I can be wrong somewhere. But hey, they might be the surprise. You never know.
Yeah, he might be Deshaun that shit, throwing some touchdowns and touching something.
Dude, a lot of talent.
Man, listen. 5 on that roster, but I said that when they drafted, when they had that amazing first round, I was like, it ain't all this in the first round just for him to be right back in this position next year. Because I didn't see no otherwise, you know. And my brother is a big Jets fan because of Curtis Martin. But I can't give you more wins just because my brother likes you. Like, it's 5 and 12.
Yeah, sure you can.
I could, but I won't.
I used to have a Curtis Martin Patriots jersey, believe it or not.
Wow.
My 5th grade class picture, I'm rocking that thing.
I didn't even know he played for the Pats.
Yep.
My brother had the Curtis Martin. I remember they got it for Christmas. My brother got the Curtis Martin Jets jersey, and then my little brother got the Ray Lewis Ravens jersey because he's a Ravens fan.
Nice.
/ a Saints fan.
All right. Moving on from the Jets. Let's see. Jets notable season acquisitions, really.
Nothing, man.
Breece Hall. If you're fantasy football,
Yeah,
this was
crazy.
the week of draft. So Breece Hall's got some hype and intrigue around him. Michael Carter had a good end of the season last year. Zach Wilson made a lot of progress in the offseason, was some of the reports, but we'll see what happens when they hit the field.
He got hurt.
Come Sunday.
He's out, so he won't be
Ready,
there.
Joey Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco.
Watch out for Joey Flacco.
This is not 20. What
All
year was
right.
that?
So
2011.
Jets are opening up 4-0 behind Joe Flacco then, right?
Please.
Who you got next?
Well, then I guess it'll be the Pay.
Pats or Dolphins?
Don't matter. They're the same.
I say the Pats, but because I think the Pats are coming in third.
Okay, let's talk about New England Patriots then. What do you got? What's their overall record?
6 and 11, and they ain't shit without Tom. That's what I got.
They ain't shit without Tom.
Because that's all I see is Tom Brady still looking like Tom Brady, and the New England Patriots is not looking like the New England Patriots.
All right, what you got them at?
And I got him at 5 and 12, and this is Bill Belichick's last year. Walking off into the sunset, he can't do it no more. Mac and cheese and took his ways. It took his toll on my
It ain't that good mac and cheese. I'm gonna tell you that. It ain't the homemade. It's the Crafts. Get it? It's the Crafts mac and cheese. And it's literally Crafts mac and cheese because he makes Kraft. Oh my God, hey.
Man, you too much.
I ain't had no wordplay in a minute. That one was fire. Crafts mac and cheese. Yeah.
That's right on top of the dome too. Somebody get a fire extinguisher, man. Put this dude out.
I need another one for that.
But yeah, 5 and 12, I got them going, and it's gonna be a long season, and it's not just because of Mac Jones. Like we keep hearing about who's the real offensive coordinator, who needs to be talking to
Between
Mac
Patricia and Joe Judge and Belichick.
So it's a lot going on there. You look at that roster and
B12.
Gillette Stadium and fearing those guys. So I think it's gonna be a long season. I got them starting off 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight off the rip, getting blasted. Miami, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Green Bay, blasted.
I got him beating Pittsburgh because it's Mitch.
Because it's Mitch. And see, people kept asking, how do we come up with these rankings and stuff like that? I took a lot of account into who's the quarterback comparison for both teams, who's facing who, the defense on who's facing the offense. It's a lot that goes into these rankings. It's not just all off the top of the head. You know, we do a couple of
We do our due
route
diligence.
checks, we do our homework, but
No, mine's just all off the cuff.
yeah, we've
man.
seen that with Jets.
Just wheeling and dealing. Yeah, that's yeah, man. Pat, 6-11 maybe.
But they got a soft spot, that 5, 6, 7. If you can put that back up, AD, that schedule, right around week 5, 6, 7, they should be able to, you know.
I got them losing to Detroit.
You got Lions. Yeah, right there. Starting with the Lions.
Losing to Detroit, beating
5.
Cleveland, and beating Chicago. Losing to the Jets, losing to Indy, coming back and beating the Jets. Losing to Minnie, losing to Buffalo, losing to Arizona.
Thursday, November 24th. That's a Thanksgiving game probably right before. Or the day of, right?
What, the Minnesota?
Thursday,
No,
November
that's Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving. That's Turkey Day. That's Turkey Day.
That'll be the Thursday night Thanksgiving
Turkey.
game. Patriots
You know
and
what?
Vikings.
Is it possible that Jared? Hey,
That'll be a
can
nice
I get my face on camera?
That'll be a nice one.
Can I get my early Christmas gift? Like, can somebody, make this? Can we make this happen? Family members, I'm going to put this out there. Can we, put some in the pot? I want to go to. Let's have Thanksgiving in Minnesota this year. That sounds beautiful to me. Let's go. All right.
All right. Yeah. Head up to Minnie for Thanksgiving.
Nah. Nah. I need to go. I need to go to Minnesota. I wanted to do it in a couple weeks for my son's birthday, but somebody told me I can't because it's kind of.
It's
a long story.
Yeah.
That's on that's Debaytable After Dark. We talk about that in the later segment.
There you go.
Yeah.
New England. Yeah, price 6-11. I think the hottest take though was probably out of Will Ward. You think Bill Belichick's riding off in the sunset? You booking that here right now? Bill Belichick is done.
That's not riding off in the sunset. That's
Well, whatever.
That's him getting the
sunset.
He's done and leaving.
right off in the
What else
sunset.
can he do? It's not going to be positive for a long time in New England. So for him to keep having to go through this team and that team when he's used to excellence, I don't see why he keeps hanging around. Why stick around and you kind of tarnishing your image at this point?
Oh, whoa. He's not tarnishing his image.
He tarnishes
He
him.
can't get to the Super Bowl every other year.
You can't get
But I mean, this is what he does. He's been a coach since what, 1975, 1980. He's institutionalized.
He's almost 70.
The dude ain't gonna know what to do after getting off field. You think he's hanging it up no matter either way?
I don't.
They
I
go
don't see
13 and
that.
5 or
You
5
don't
and
see that?
13.
13 and 5.
Or 13 and 4 or 4 and 13. You think
They're
either way,
low slide.
he hanging it up.
They're under 500, guaranteed. No above there, no playoff.
No
If they
weapons.
go 11-6, is he still hanging it up?
I don't think he's hanging it up at all.
That's why I'm asking Will.
I don't think they're going above 500.
If they do, is he hanging it up?
They're not. I think he has a better chance of them hanging it up than they do of having a positive record.
There you go. All right. Ain't no way he's retiring. But I like it.
He should retire.
I would like to see him retire. That'd be sweet. Change things up.
He should quit New England, go back home, go coach Cleveland.
Well, I guess
Where's their offensive firepower coming from? I'm looking at the roster right now.
Nobody, bro.
Brandon Bolden will be the starting running back by
Nelson
week 12.
Aguilar at one receiver.
Aguilar.
Devontae Parker at the other receiver.
Kobe Myers.
Matthew Slater in the backup.
Hunter Henry.
Damian Harris.
Nikhil Harry got hurt again. No, he got traded, didn't he?
Yeah, he's gone. It's Jacoby Myers, Devontae.
But he did get hurt again. Wherever he got traded to, he got hurt again.
I get it, dude. Fair enough. All right. Patriots last in the division for the first time in a while.
No, not third. They'd be third.
They're going to get last because the Jets are going to beat them.
The Jets.
All right, Miami Dolphins, here we go. How many? Second in the division.
9 and 8, too late.
Yep.
what I did?
Just on the outside of the wild card.
Yeah.
What do you got them? 8 and 9, 9 and 8?
7 and 10, man.
7 and 10, say no more? That doesn't rhyme.
I'm not trying to rhyme no Dr. Seuss here, man. Just a realist. That's it.
9 and 8, too late.
All right, I
All
got
about
them.
word
Let's
playing
see.
entendres over here.
They're bye week 11. Oh, I must have saved a shitty graphic. My bad.
For sure.
I got her pixelated. All right, bye week 11. Going into that, I got the Dolphins at 5 and 5. I got them starting 1 and 4, but then I got them winning 4 of the next 5. That's a tough one versus New England. Then they go at Baltimore, versus Buffalo, at Cincy, versus the Jets. Excuse me.
Yeah, this second half, but even though that's not the second
The
half.
back, right? But the back end
the
of
back
that.
end is terrible. Yeah.
Week 13 at San Fran, week 14 at LA, week 15 at Buffalo. Goodness gracious. And then turn around and come home to get Green Bay.
How many games y'all got them winning after the bye week?
After the
I got 3.
2. Who do you got them beating?
Houston and the Jets.
I got them beating Houston, the Jets, and Green Bay.
That's why I got Green Bay too.
Wow.
You never know.
I mean, I know.
I know.
Hey, I know. Take a look at that schedule right there. Take a look at that. Take a look at that September 29th, that Thursday at 8:15, and make sure that you got Amazon Prime so you can stay tuned in to that game right there. It's going to be in the 513 in Cincinnati, and that's when you get to see the unveiling of the new white units.
Oh, those are the white.
Those are the new white units with the white helmet.
So it's going to be all birthday. He turns 8.
Shout out to King, but make sure that y'all, like I said, y'all tune in. It's going to be a whiteout in the jungle against Miami.
Okay.
Miami Vice Night.
Yeah, dude, right? Miami Vice Night, whiteout for sure.
Don't sound good at all.
Dude, all right, nice.
That's the one I got circled on my head.
Yeah, since he definitely gonna win that one.
I can't even say his name.
Jamar Chase versus, Mr. Tyreek, the Cheetah Hill.
Nah, but Xavier Howard's over there, so they still got a nice,
No worries.
nice corner over there.
No worries.
Dude,
But-
nice. All right, yeah.
I got y'all beating. I got y'all winning that game too.
I do
but-
too. Whiteout for in the bank.
But actually, I didn't even realize that was my son's birthday. That'd be dope because I think he's somewhat of a Bengals fan just because that was the first game he saw.
All right, Buffalo Bills
There it is.
winning.
My man, Joe Maine Mixon. That's hot right there, baby.
Nice.
Can't get too much better than that. That's fire.
Oh, they took that orange out.
That's just for one game only. We got alternate helmets.
Did they take the orange? You know that now that looks sweet. I hated that orange and that.
It's
Look.
only for this game, though.
that's-
Just the alternate jersey.
That's fine.
Get yours now because they will sell out pretty soon. I am going to be dropping the fan graphic again, the get on the buzz, the bandwagon flyers that I was dropping last year. We do have limited seats this year because we did go Super Bowl last year. It is limited seats on that bandwagon, but it's not too late. You do have a chance to still jump on that Cincinnati Bengal bandwagon. So if you're a Steelers fan, if you're a Green Bay fan, there's a lot of teams that won't be making the playoffs this year. This one will, for sure.
That's debatable. I got them boys going 10-7 again. But we're not talking about y'all. We did that last week.
We did.
So,
I just want to have
check last week's episode because that's where the AFC North is.
Buffalo Bill time. How many? 17-0.
Oh my God! I try not to get. Okay, what you got? What you got?
I'm looking over.
I try not to get. I try not to get too crazy, but they schedule. It's like, bro, show me. I had to like
They lose
14-3 lean on me, as in lean on Josh Allen, because I will never forget. A lot of people will never forget the quote unquote best game ever. That's another game I don't consider the best game ever because of how it ended.
You got that one on the schedule.
Stop that 13-second bull crap, and then it is the best game ever, and then it shouldn't have went to overtime. Just like the almost,
But it did.
I know, but it did, and they changed the rules because they complained, and the Chiefs complained first. But that's besides the point. But 14-3 lean on me. I know a lot of people. I was heavy on the Bills before the world got heavy on the Bills. I promise you. I'm not Bills Mafia though, but I've been riding with them, man.
Give me the losses. You got 3 losses.
Losing to Baltimore.
Baltimore in week 4.
See, here's the thing.
Schedule's up. You got
the
them
Minnesota one, I actually did have Minnesota beating them, but I had to give them an extra loss somewhere. I had to, because then it would have been 15-2, and I didn't. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that either. So I gave them a loss to Minnesota, and I got to win.
I got them losing tomorrow night.
I don't.
I think
they're gonna spoil ring night.
Care of business.
I think they're gonna spoil ring night because of that. I think they've been sitting on that sour taste of that 13 seconds too long. And
so let's talk about week 6 then.
What's week 6?
At Kansas City.
I gotta beat smoking Kansas City's boots.
That's when I got that rematch going to the Bills too.
And that's going into their bye.
They're gonna come in ready.
I think going into their bye, I only got 1 loss, and that's to Baltimore. And I think that's what I told you, that there's 5 games on the schedule that could absolutely go either way. I'm not upset with who you, but there's other games on here that's just like, if the Bills show up, they win. That's how I feel. But Baltimore is one of them games. Baltimore, I know I got 14-3, but Baltimore, Green Bay, where they at? Cincinnati, the Rams, Kansas City. Those are the 5 teams that it could go either way. And my asterisk is my Vikings, because if my Vikings come to play ball, we're good enough to beat them. But I don't know if they're going to come play ball until I see it.
I got you there. I left that.
But 14-3 lean on me. That's what I got.
I got 4 L's on there. Rams tomorrow night, Baltimore week 4. I got them losing to Miami week 15 just for fun. I got them losing to Cincy Week 17, that Monday Night Football. I got Minnesota and Green Bay games open. I see him going 1-1 either there. Yeah, maybe coming off that bye week.
Beating Green Bay, losing to Minnesota. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, for real. They might, dude. Minnesota's gonna be pretty good. The ability to show up on any given Sunday. So, cool. All right. So, but what I want to note is win totals for the division. You got them at 14-3. I got them at 12-5. Will, how many wins?
I got them at 15-2.
Will's got 15 wins. Hang on. I'm gonna let you follow that real quick. What I want to note is betting-wise, sports betting. If you like those season win totals, Bills season win total over/under is 11.5. So if you take the over at -140, looking good. He's got them at 14, 12, 15. Those are all over 11.5. So you can go ahead and bet the house that the Bills are going to win over 11.5 games. You put $140 down, you win 100. But it's going to happen according to us three right here. So get on that wagon. And if you want some of the over-unders as well, New England 8.5, Miami 8.5, and the Jets at 5.5. So we all here like the unders on New England.
Why are we so
8.5 games?
Buffalo? I mean, that's what I know the Bill Mafia is supposed to be that top-tier defense. Look over on their roster and see what they have. It's kind of stacked with, like you said, the addition of Von Miller. You got Micah Hyde in that secondary.
Well, why
our defensive line.
Well, why are you so high on them?
Well, yeah, why?
It's a weak schedule. That's what it is. You get 6 automatic wins from the AFC East. Automatic. There's nobody on that AFC East that's going to touch these guys.
Dolphins want to get scared.
You can't go automatic.
There's no such.
There's not.
The Jets are beating them for sure. Neither one of them.
And we already seen they put a 50 on the Patriots in the playoffs. So that's out of the. They're not beating them either.
So
Miami,
right
now Miami is the one I would either or. When do they go to Miami?
Well, so you got them 5-1 against.
They're at Miami early.
I got them 6-0 against them.
It depends. All right, September 25th at Miami. We need to see who's performing down there. Who's gonna be at Club Live? We need to see all that extra stuff to figure out if they're gonna go down to Miami and just be.
Here, I'll give you the reason of why everybody's so high on the Bills. Because they hung 50 on New England in the playoffs. They were just about to another AFC Championship game, minus the last 13 seconds. They're returning basically the same squad. You add Von Miller, Gabe Davis only got better.
I love James
same
Cook.
Squad.
Dalvin Cook's little brother. I love Cook. So
you add it up in the running back there. I mean, it's the same squad doing the same things. Their division got worse.
Key loss.
They stayed the same or got better.
Key loss is Brian Daboll, because when Josh Allen got Brian Daboll, that's when Josh Allen became who we know of him today. Can he keep that up? I believe he can. Now, I was high. I'm going to tell you, I don't like that America's high on the Bills, because now it just feels like I'm following a wagon.
Right.
In fact, I've been driving this. They was my pick to go to. It was Bills and Bucks last year.
So now you got to jump off the wagon then.
No. But Bills and Bucks, I'm just going to explain why I'm different than America. Because I just feel like they're hopping on the wagon versus I drove it. But like I said, last year my picks was Bills and Bucks. That was Bills and Bucks was my pick last year. I was I thought very high of them going into last season. I know it was kind of an up and down mid-season struggle with Josh Allen, and then he got hot again towards the end of the season and went into the playoffs hot, started the playoffs hot. Every play that Josh Allen made versus Kansas City, I loved. Like, he showed no fear. He showed no sign of weakness. He carried the team. And then when Patrick Mahomes went down there and scored, he came back, him and Gabe Davis. I don't know where Diggs was. He in big games like that, he disappeared. Yeah, sorry, Diggs, but you do. But they balled out. They got that touchdown. And then, of course, if you squib it, you play man prevent. You don't give up free space to the NFL's fastest player and to the NFL's best tight end. You can't give them free space to run. You need to jam them. It's only 13 seconds left. That whole thing just went down the drain. And of course, I felt like they would have been able to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. So riding all of that, I just feel like they got that bad taste in their mouth still from that last 13 seconds. I remember watching them interviews. I remember watching the safeties, because it's really a lot of the safeties' fault on why that happened. I feel like that's their year. Now, I don't know if they're gonna win it all. I might have them coming out the AFC West, the AFC again, but we'll see.
Hey, we're gonna see, man. Every single time, my man Chris Berman always had them boys circling the wagon. It never really circled completely. And I think it may be one of those years where everybody is hyped up on these Bills. Bill Mafia is supposed to be, you know, these assassins, mafias. I don't know if they're gonna hold up to the hype.
He's like that. I'm just saying.
You think Josh Allen is?
Josh Allen is like that. I know he's like that. I just don't know how they're going to handle these type of expectations that they have. Because coming into last year, I mean, Kansas City is still king coming into last year. Right. So, but coming into this year, they don't give Cincinnati the same respect, even though they're the AFC king right now. Kansas City then kind of took a step back, and there's nobody else out there. I mean, even the Chargers, a lot of people like the Chargers, but they just don't like them more than what the Bills got right now. We still got to see what Justin Herbert still ain't made the playoffs. Everybody else is young. So it's like the Bills brought back everybody. They kind of improved outside of losing Dayball, but I don't know if they're going to lose that much with losing Dayball. We'll see.
All right.
The defense ain't going nowhere.
We got to keep this train moving. There you got it. Bills winning the AFC East and potentially the Super Bowl, but probably not if you're asking me. NFC West time. We got a short few minutes to get through quite a bit of content. So
we could definitely get through the Seahawks.
Seattle. What do you got them at? I got 3. I mean,
I got 2 and 15
maybe.
For the 12th man.
2 and 15. I got 3, maybe 4. Not a lot of promise in Seattle. It's Drew. I mean, look at this. Here you go. You got Broncos, Niners. I'm high on the Falcons. I'm bullish on the Lions, Saints. I think they might get one against the Cardinals, the Giants. You got the Jets on the back end. Maybe the Raiders. Maybe the Panthers in there. Or towards week 17, 18, if you got the Rams clinching a berth already and not playing anyone. So the Seahawks might be able to back themselves into 4, maybe 5 wins. So the advice from Sportsbook Ryan says, bet the unders on season win total for the Seahawks. It's at 5.5. Bet the unders because they ain't getting to 5 wins.
Gotta make 7 wins.
Get out of here,
With
Will.
who? At quarterback?
Gotta make 7 wins.
Who you got them beating?
I got them beating Atlanta. Got them beating Detroit.
No.
Got them beating Arizona.
Maybe.
I thought you were high on Detroit. Huh? I thought you liked
Well,
Detroit.
they can lose one.
Yeah,
but
all
right.
That was one of the tosses too.
I probably did have Detroit when they were Detroit.
At one point, right?
Yeah. Got them beating Carolina.
Okay.
That might be it right there.
All right.
And I think my man Pete Carroll is going to be on that same bus.
He's on the hot
Belichick.
There you go.
He's going to be rolling out after season 2. Pete Carroll's coming into this season as the oldest coach in the NFL.
Nice.
So,
He's getting fired.
All right.
Bill got so much, he's got grace with Kraft. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. But yeah, Pete
might be out of there.
Yeah, Pete's getting fired, and they're taking for Bryce because they want the next Russ.
All right, moving along. Arizona, where you got them?
Not enough study time, but 8-9.
8-9, Will, where you got them at?
I don't know if I really want to say this out loud. I think I might have put my foot in my mouth. I got these boys at 4-13, man. I don't see a lot of happening. I checked what Mr. Murray, $1 Million Boy, got coming up, and I just don't like really what his core of receivers without D-Hop. I mean, I know they got Hollywood Brown, they got Zach Ertz. I know they got the homie A.J. Green. But it's just not a lot of offensive firepower with James Conner in that backfield that really says something about this offense that makes me feel like they're going to be able to battle with some of these Kansas Cities. You know, you got L.A. twice. That division isn't the easiest with the exception of Seattle. But I just don't know if it's enough firepower out of that team.
Fair enough. From 11 and 6 last year, what'd they win? 7 straight at one point.
So they were dropping them to 4.
From 11 wins down to 4. I like it.
I mean, I
ain't buying all the hype of the Cardinals
The last
either.
pass that Kyler Murray threw was one of the worst passes that I've ever seen in my NFL history. Because I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, I'm with you there. I wouldn't be mad if that happened. I don't see it happening. I think they could get, they could double that win total.
13.
8 and 9. Like I said, not enough study time for
I got
8
them
and
at
9.
6 and 11.
Oh, yeah. Dang.
It's not too much further. 2 more wins. I mean, a couple coin tosses here and there.
You're right. Well, only 2 more wins would be, 4 adding 2 is, 50% more wins. So, sounds fairly close.
It's a couple toss-up in there. That Minnesota game. It's at Minnesota. You don't know what they're going to do against Seattle.
No.
Maybe
you
7
shouldn't even
wins.
have led with that one. No, we missed the field goal. Don't get me started on my week 2 last year. You know I was riding on this field goal for a while. Like, bro, I know we should have beat them last year. They could have beaten us this year at our crib.
So where you got your wins at? Because you got them.
I got them beating. Unfortunately, I got to beat my man Baker. They started out on 3. I got them.
I got them at 1-3.
Beating Baker, losing to Philly,
got that one too.
beating Seattle. Of course, I got them. I got them beating New Orleans, but that's one of them that could go either. I'm not high on New Orleans like everybody else is, so I think they could beat New Orleans. Of course, yeah, I don't know why, but losing to us, beating Seattle, actually upsetting the Rams because they play the Rams tough, and that's a rivalry game. You never know how it goes. That's just one game, though. Losing to San Fran, losing to the Chargers, coming out the bye, beating New England, losing to Denver, losing to Tampa, beating Atlanta, and they end the season with a dub against San Fran. That's also debatable.
So you got them beating San Fran both times.
Do I?
Yep. You said that's debatable, but dude, that's how it goes.
What is this asterisk? Oh yeah, I didn't know this.
That's because they play somewhere.
Is it an asterisk on yours?
It's in New Mexico, week 11 against Niners.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
in New
that?
Mexico. That's what the asterisk is.
All right. So
No, I got them splitting. That game in New Mexico, I got them losing. Yeah, I got them losing because I ain't got no check right there.
all right, 2 more. Let's go. San Francisco.
Same frame. Where you got them?
Niner game. Bang bang. Niner game.
Over under 9.5 minus 152.
Take the overs.
I got them going 10 and 7.
Oh, that's respectful.
Jimmy at backup.
Jimmy play this year?
Trey rolling hard. Jimmy will play at some point. I mean,
Due to injury or bad play?
due to injury. Ain't gonna be bad play. I mean, that's a slippery slope. He's gonna, and it's could be a little rough getting out of the gate.
I like
His
Shalane a
defense
lot.
ain't bad. You got Bears, Seahawks, win. At Broncos would be a tough one. Then we got the Rams, big divisional game, Carolina and Atlanta. So I got them winning 4 of those first 6, dropping to Denver and LA. Drop week 7 against Kansas City. Week 8, you got to rebound against the Rams. Week 9, they play themselves. That's awesome. Should be a big fat dub there. Week 10, Chargers. That'll be a hot one. Battle of California.
Night game.
420. And yeah, the New Mexico one, that'll definitely be cool. Division rivalries, and both of those fan bases have a in the Southwest a lot of
Arizona
Hispanic
got an
fans.
asterisk too. Where y'all play Arizona at?
That's what I'm saying, Mexico City.
Check out those games. I know what schedule. Hey, they leave that up. Hey, shout out to the fans that's in the UK, man, because anybody that's really standing up for that week 10, stand up for week 11, you're talking about football at 1 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Over here in the States, we play, when they play over there, we get to watch them in the morning. But they got to watch those games at 1 in the morning.
Is that 1 in the morning?
That's UK
San
time.
Francisco time? What time would it be in San Francisco?
Dude, come on, who knows?
Man, it's already
It's 3 hours back here.
Yeah.
So they already 3 hours.
I don't know. That's just an interesting graphic.
It still might be late over there. I don't know. It's not like.
Dubs.
That's an 8:15 game.
Oh, that is the UK schedule. I forgot.
I put strong on your guys, man.
I like
and it's with, like you said, Trey is going to be in the backup or Jimmy. But I think the schedule kind of favors San Francisco.
They got a pretty good schedule, I gotta say.
But I got them
We're at
13-4, man.
say no more.
13-4. Say no more.
We can't all
They
use
take
that.
the lacking on week 1.
What for a lot? You got them losing to the Bears for real?
I don't know how you got them going 13-4 and losing.
Because that's when they lose. The first, it's going to take a wake-up call for him to actually get up off of that high horse that everybody got him on a little bit. They coming off of that NFC championship loss, and they got that sour taste in their mouths too.
What are you talking about? The Bears?
No, San Francisco. You guys just going to lose the first game, and then you're going to wake back up and then get back to business. Lose to Denver.
I think both of those things. I don't think 13 is going to happen. I don't think 13 wins is going to happen, and I don't think they're going to lose to the Bears. I think mine is the most feasible. I think you're just playing it too safe because that's your team. But 11-6 for Sir Lancelot. That's what I got. Coming in second, I really like Trey Lance. I was hoping my Vikings was going to make that move instead of them.
Did you draft him in your fantasy league?
No,
I got him in one.
I couldn't. Huh?
I got him in one league.
Oh, you got him. I'm about to say you drafted him one?
Yeah, drafted him
I hope not.
First overall.
Yeah, I hope not.
And yeah, I do, looking at their schedule, it's nice and tasty.
Actually, no, I got him in my money league as my backup.
There you go.
Yeah, but Lamar is two of my quarterbacks at then, and my other quarterback is Justin Herbert.
Hell yeah. But I do like that Niners schedule down the back end. You got Seattle, Washington, Vegas, and Cardinals to close it out.
I got y'all at the bye week.
Those are some nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins.
And that Buccaneers, dude, week 12, week 14, who knows what shape the Bucs are going to be in right there. They're starting the season off rough, banged up and things. I'm wondering if they just peter. So that's a nice finish to the 49ers.
That's why I think 10-7 is too safe for you.
Yeah, that's just I got them against Tommy. After the bye.
All right.
I got them losing to Tommy.
Well, let's get to it. Give me the Rams. Where you got the Rams at?
13-4, say no more. Yeah, Shard, if you're still watching, I got your Rams. 13-4, say no more. Big fan of Cooper Kupp. To me, he's the #1 wide receiver in this league, and they got to start saying that until it's proven otherwise. I know Devontae is cool and all, but I think he might have to take a little bit of a step back with the Raiders this year.
There it is, tomorrow night, Prime Video.
Yeah, I got them losing that game. Kind of almost like you. They lose, except, they're going to lose their week 1 and go on and win 13 wins. Except it's not like to week 10 like the Bears.
Give me their other losses. You got
Buffalo, San Fran the one. The first matchup with San Fran, they lose.
Okay.
They beat San Fran the second matchup. They lose to Tampa, and they lose to Denver.
Gotcha.
I feel like Russell Wilson is going to go on an NFC West tour and just beat all of them because of the shellacking he's been taking these past couple of years.
Dallas.
Yeah. So that's the 4 losses to me. They beat everybody else. Now they got some games that could go either way, but I wasn't even. Oh yeah, no, I don't got them losing to Denver. I am lying. I got them losing to the Chargers. Actually, I'm now that I look at it.
They got some tough ones.
I'll take it back. Maybe 12-5 because I think that Russell Wilson is actually going to go on the NFC West tour. And
see, that's where I got them at. I got the Rams at 12-5.
Yeah.
Just like last year.
12-5, still alive.
12-5, still alive. Wins the division. San Francisco makes the playoff in the wild card. The overs, -110. That's nice. They're +125 to win the division. San Francisco +164 to win the division. I don't like that money enough to bet that.
Excellent. 11-6.
Okay.
And besides Cooper
You got
Kupp,
San Fran winning the division, my guy.
I got San Francisco winning.
Allen Robinson, Tyler Higbee.
It's gonna get nice.
Allen Robinson had a down year because of Justin Fields, who by far had one of the worst rookie years outside of Trevor
They
Lawrence.
standing up on that defense again. That offense, I'm not sold on.
Okay, do you guys have, before we move into, we got our special guest in the house, Candace Allen. The last segment of the show, we're going to knock out WNBA playoffs. Some big things going down last night. But before we do, regular season starting up. You guys got any regular season MVP predictions, leading passing, leading yardage? And I want to talk Superman capes. There it is. That's debatable. So let's get into it. Week 1. Who needs to put on their cape? There's the schedule. NFL Week 1. And for those of you that followed us last year and watched the show, the Superman cape, basically, who needs to put on that cape? Who needs to be Superman and either get their team the dub, rebound from an injury, just have a stellar performance? That's kind of the criteria for our cape. So, I'm going to pose it to you. Who, in Week 1, needs to put on that Superman cape?
So, as usual, I'm always caping for my Vikings, but I'm not caping for my Vikings this week as far as who I'm caping for, but I'm always caping for my Vikings, if that makes sense.
Always are.
But this week I will, even though I don't even think he needs it, but I'm putting on my Baker Mayfield cape. 100%. I'm going big Baker heavy.
Yes.
Where my, this ain't a Baker cape, so, I got my Viking side. I think the black side is just,
there you go.
You already know. I've been waiting to do this wait till I get the actual debatable cape going. But, I'm putting on my cape for Baker Mayfield. and the Carolina Panthers. They got, DJ Moore is one of the top young receivers in this league. Christian McCaffrey's coming back, and they got Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. Did I say it right?
Chuba Hubbard, whatever.
Chubby.
They also got Deontay Foreman from, I think, Houston.
And they got, I think the defense might be good enough, definitely. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put my cape on for Baker. Don't throw no intercept.
Plant that flag.
Yeah, plant that flag. Plant that flag. Hold your jock strap. Do whatever you got to do. Give them flashbacks to the OU.
All right.
Give them flashbacks to the OU. Do what you got to do. Go ahead and go in there and show them why they should have kept you instead of keeping Jacoby. Of course, they also got that nasty quarterback.
All right, Big Will. Caping. We got.
I was going to roll with your guy, Baker, too, man, because I think that he got the target on his back. I think everybody want to see what Baker's going to do. I'm going to go down to that Lone Star State. I'm one of them. I mean, even though they're going to be on, they got Tommy coming into the city. I want to see what Dak and mostly the homie that was walking around here with a purse the other day, my man Zeke. I don't know what that was all about. You know, but whatever you got going on, homie. Hey, you go out there and ball out. So I want to see what Zeke gonna do. You lost Amari Cooper. You know, you don't have Gallup. I want to see if my man CeeDee Lamb is going to be able to take most of the receiving number ones now. So what they going to do to bounce back as America's team, man? What they going to do? That's Sunday night. So that's what I'm putting my cape on. I started off with I gotta go for the whole team in Dallas. See what everybody gonna do in Dallas.
All right. I like it. They got that kid Turpin too from the USFL. He was MVP.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude returning all the kicks and stuff.
Yep. All right. He's fire. My cape. Lamar Jackson needs to put on his Superman cape.
That's my quarterback.
We're stopping contract negotiations on Friday apparently or something. He's his own agent. He's his own man, and that's what he needs. He basically better put that baby on for the whole season because he's playing himself into a big new money contract. LJ got the Jets. Should be nice and easy for the clean pickings. I've got you starting in 2 of my fantasy squads, so I need some points there as well, my guy. So LJ, put on that cape. Show that team that you need a new contract and that you are worth $200 million guaranteed. I don't think it'll get there, but. And you know who honestly needs to put on that cape is Kyler Murray. Put on that cape in the library and hit them books. That's all I got on
that. You need to put on his cape. You need to put on his glasses.
What's the game this week? What's the game that everybody looking forward to?
Oh, yeah, the game of the week. 4:15, 4:25.
Green Bay, Minnesota.
3:25 Eastern, 3:25 Western.
I will say
Central,
that Green
whatever.
Bay, Minnesota is probably
honestly that's really the
week.
biggest game of the week.
Besides tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh well, besides tomorrow, because that's actually the
that's a divisional matchup, man.
Yeah, but I mean that got different type of implications. But now Buffalo Bills, LA Rams, potential Super Bowl. It's a lot different. It's a lot that goes with that game. Yeah,
that's what I think the most important.
That game might be solid. That game might be solid, but I'm really looking forward to the Minnesota Green Bay.
All right, regular season
also,
MVP.
Vegas and the Chargers too. That might be a good game.
Devontae's premier. Ooh, regular season MVP. Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, maybe.
Heavens
no. You got one.
You got a dark horse?
Quick before we go to commercial.
Dark horse? Don't even.
Season MVP.
Well, I mean, you can pick your MVP.
Man. I'm going to go Josh, big boy Josh.
You think he's going to do it?
Josh Allen. Yeah.
It's his year. He is the odds-on favorite.
He is. At the second is Herbert?
Yep.
The second Herbert?
No, second is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Because Josh Allen's a favorite. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Herbert, Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Russ, Stafford, Dak, Lamar.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Lamar's going to get it.
I would love for Lamar.
My money bet plus 1750, so that's 17 to 1 on your money. You bet $100, so you can win $1,700. Throw that money on LJ because he's playing for it, like I just said. Who you got?
I would love for Lamar to get it too. I like that pick. Josh Allen would be my pick, but you already said Josh Allen, so I'm gonna give you 2. I think that Justin Herbert is actually capable of winning this thing.
I like it.
But I gotta go with the dark horse. Now I wasn't gonna say it, but since I'm seeing guys like Michael Irvin, guys on the NFL Network, NFL Game Day, or Good Morning Football. What's my man's name? I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, man, I know y'all might think it's funny, and I got into an argument about this last year, but his numbers was very similar to Aaron Rodgers. That's Kirk Cousins. He threw 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Leave that name out of here, man.
I wouldn't because I said dark horse. Dark horse, dark horse, dark horse.
There you go.
Dark horse. Because nobody believes in it. And I say Kirk Cousins. He had MVP-esque numbers last year. The team just didn't back him up. So we'll see if the team can back him up this year and he can duplicate what he did last year and maybe throw a couple less picks. But he only threw 7.
Kirk Cousins, 30-1. Get your money in now.
Hey, wow.
All right. We're going to quick commercial. We'll be right back with Candace Allen joining us here on the show for another round of the WNBA playoff action here on That's Debatable. Sit tight.
Hello, I am Annie J. Ross Womack, the Executive Director of the Ohio Sickle Cell and Health Association, and I'm here to talk to the parents and student athletes about a very important topic. The NCAA has instituted different standards for all divisions of student athletes. Before you can play sports in any college or university, you must present a negative trait status or hemoglobin status documentation. Your hemoglobin status is taken at birth with the newborn screening. And what they do is they run your blood for any abnormality or any birth defect. There are thousands of newborn screening birth defects in this country. For more information about sickle cell disease, sickle cell trait testing, you can call our offices at 614-228-0157. Or you can visit us via web at ohiosicklecell.org.
Everybody knew it.
Welcome back to That's Debatable. My name is Ryan Dietrich, here with our special guest, Candace Allen.
Hey, fellas.
How you doing?
Yo.
Pretty good.
Welcome
Good to be here again. Yes.
And we're happy to have you back. Thanks for doing this short notice as always. And excuse me, Las Vegas Aces are on their way to the WNBA Finals after taking care of the Seattle Storm last night, 97-92. And probably the bigger story is what happened Sunday night or Sunday afternoon with clutch buckets, big shots, poor defense, overtime,
Missed calls,
you name it, we had the gamut of it. So it's been awesome.
I felt that. I was so pissed, man. I just don't understand what happened. I think that was a time before that came out of a timeout, right?
Yes. So
What were y'all talking about in that huddle?
Yeah, here, walk us through set the stage, walk us through what happened Sunday afternoon.
Set the stage because I kind of wrote it. So Seattle was up 4 with 11 seconds left.
Yep.
Up 4. Becky Hammond calls a timeout, runs an out of bounds play, gets a 3-point shot. Seattle goes back down the floor, misses 2 free throws. Becky Hammond calls another timeout, runs another, comes back down, shoots a 3-pointer. They go up 2. This is all happening with 11 seconds left. This is not like, you know what I mean, foul, free throws, foul, free throws.
It was basically all coming out like half court sets.
Yes, and then in the third play with 0.8 seconds left, Becky Hammond calls another timeout. Runs Jackie Young. You guys are talking NFL a lot. She runs, I don't know what you call it, a cross route, a down route.
Pick play.
Just picked her, got in front of her, got the angle, got a slant, got the ball, and then probably one of the worst defensive lapses you can have in the playoffs. She's 6'6", didn't have her hands up, had a 5'6", 5'8" guard, get an open layup, tie game, overtime, and then the Aces just run away with it. It had to be, that's the best WNBA game I've probably ever seen. I don't know if you will get that kind of back and forth with 11 seconds left.
Right, that's the other thing I kept watching was, because I was sitting there watching it and it just, I mean, all the timing, everything just went exactly the Ace's way or exactly. I mean, even Sue Bird hitting that.
Which was like so
I felt like it was like point. I felt like they gave too much time after that shot. I thought it was like 0.4 seconds, like 0.8. It was almost a full second, man.
Sure was.
It was too much time anyway. Like, it was so much wrong with that. Like, I was so pissed. I was thinking she was gonna have a Ray Allen moment.
And that was it.
That's what it reminded me of. The Ray Allen shot, except it was on the other side.
Yeah. And they're filming this documentary about like
in the clutch.
This is going
You
in
gotta
the clutch.
understand, Sue Bird been hitting that shot since like she's been doing this her entire career, and it was just fitting. She's retiring. She's 41. She hits a shot to go up 2-0, and yeah, got hit with a huge defensive lapse, and then. You know, the Aces ran away with it.
And overtime, they won by 9. But how about, I mean, I was saying in our chat, like, that was a hell of a play call by Becky Hammond to draw that up. It worked out well.
Was somewhere.
Cleared out the paint. Jackie ran that fade and just spun around.
Coaches great.
Basically sealed off that back, the opposite side post, wide open layup, and yeah, that.
It was three straight plays, and they ran them to perfection. I mean, if you are a coach or a fan of basketball and you want to see a team, see a team execute, that's how you do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's one, you know, you may not see a couple dunks in the WNBA, but if you want flawless execution, it's just, you got that during that series. Yeah.
It was awesome. And yeah, last night, do you have any comments on the Aces Storm game? Last night it seemed, Brianna Stewart, 42 points,
yes,
and losing effort is... She's doing.
She balled all series.
She sure did.
She balled all series.
Stewie had to do a lot, and I felt like in Game 3, if there was the same kind of critique I had of Asia in Game 1, she was real passive for like 3 quarters. That she took way too late to get the ball, especially when you can score like she can. But she did work yesterday, but it just wasn't enough because Chelsea Gray is probably having one of the best offensive performances, man, woman, college, professional, little league, AAU, it doesn't matter. I mean, she's a point guard averaging, I think it's like 63% field goals, and she's shooting 20 times a game. So it's not like,
for 22
last night. Like KD out there.
It's crazy, and it's all happening in the clutch. Like, it's not like first quarter, second quarter.
She is hitting big
It's
shots.
crazy. And then we got a shout out too. I called out Asia Wilson a little bit last week. I said Game 1, she can't play like that. And then she came back and had 2 30-point games, 10-plus boards both games. Her and Stewie in Game 2, if you guys saw that. We never got the Kobe LeBron playoff matchup. They was going at it. They was going at it.
Kobe got there.
Kobe did get there. Dwight Howard put it into that. But if you wanted to see a woman equivalent of that, that was them two. You had the 2 best players in the world. I mean, they were going shot for shot all game. It was just a terrific series. Part of me kind of wanted that to be the finals because, you know, in the WNBA, there's no East or West Conference. But, you know, the Aces get it. And we'll see what happens next year. Stewie is a free agent, and a lot of people don't know that. So I don't know if Seattle has enough to keep her there. I'm looking for her to go to, if she chooses to stay in the WNBA, because you have to understand, she makes way more money playing overseas.
Right.
But if she chooses to stay, I'm looking at her going to New York and playing in Brooklyn with the Liberty. And if she moves there, they probably can, they can build a juggernaut.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting. Get her in the big market.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Seattle, you know, the Storm are definitely, you know, big market for, you know, the WNBA team out there. But you go to New York, millions of
Pair her up
people.
with Candace Parker. Why not go to Chicago?
Oh, no, that's cheat code. No.
Can't do that.
No.
I do want to mention Chelsea Gray. You're talking about her 13 for 22, 4 for 8 from 3. Hers is all attitude, though. She's just, she looks mad like they done something to her.
They did. They did. They snubbed her off the All-Star team. Every starting player on the Aces made the All-Star team except for Chelsea Gray, which was she got snubbed. I mean, they do position lists in the WNBA too, so there was no reason. I mean, you guys remember when the Pistons, they had that awesome like year and Tayshaun Prince and all them guys, they made the All-Star team the starting 5. Chelsea Gray got snubbed, and I don't know what she did. I don't know the potion. I don't know the secret sauce. The Space Jam drink, I don't know. She's been on a different level. It's been crazy.
It's fun to watch.
Crazy.
And yeah, on the other side, the Storm last night, you know, Stewie's 42, Jewel Lloyd with 29, you know, 4 more players in single digits.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna get done.
No.
Game, you know, 4 of the Conference Finals.
Right.
sad to see him go, but rebuilding, Breonna Stewart coming back, potentially contract negotiations, all that fun stuff.
Potentially.
So that'll be some good excitement in the WNBA offseason. Were you surprised to see the Sun extend the series last night?
Yes.
I mean, handily. Smoked them.
Yeah, I'm still not the biggest fan in Game 3, not the game last night, but the game before. They bitched their MVP player just because she wasn't playing well. So I had no expectations that they were going to come out and blow out the Sky like they did. I'm still not. You got to show me. You know what I mean? I'm still not a believer. They got to play in Chicago and win one with Candace Parker, who's trying to repeat, and Kalia Copper and Vandersloot. I don't know if they can pull it off, but I was shocked that they played like that because they haven't had that kind of stability and intensity and focus. They missed like 20 layups the game before, which, like in professional basketball, you shouldn't do. Like their head coach was caught on the hot mic talking about, he was like, you guys are going to get me fired because you can't make layups. So I didn't expect it. I'm glad they pulled it off. We get a Game 5. I don't know who. I'm picking the Sky to win, just because I'm still non-committal on the Sun and what they can do. Yeah, but this has been a really, I don't want to say ugly series, but if y'all remember the Pistons and the Spurs in the finals.
That was the finals I was outside for.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's not no free-flowing one-on-one type ball that the other series was. This is a dogfight. So if you just want to see a whole bunch of players bruise each other up for 40 minutes, this is the game to tune up.
Hey, dude, sometimes sloppy basketball can be good.
We hope so.
We
hope so.
So 2 questions. I mean, one, who do you got coming out of this series with, the Suns and the Sky? And then 2, is them going to a Game 7, Game 5, is that going to make it easier for the Aces to get the championship win?
Oh, yeah. I got the Sky. I think defended champs at home, you should be able to pull it out. I mean, especially with their experience, nearly every player from their championship team is back. So they should not lose a deciding game at home. So I'm going with the Sky. Yes, this bodes well for the Aces because Asia Wilson played out of 165 minutes. She played 161. She didn't sit down for 3 straight games. So the extra rest would be beneficial, especially if she's going to have to guard Candace Parker come Sunday. So this is incredible news for the Aces to get the extra rest, but I expect the Sky to come out on Sunday.
Okay, yeah, they're a 4-point favorite, like you said, back home. Coming off a 24-point loss, the other 3 games have been close. 5 points, 8 points, 4 points. So really just kind of an outlier, traveling to Connecticut, who knows what's going on. Like you said, it's been a little bit back and forth. The others, 68-64, 84-75. This one, 104-80. Yeah. So, I mean, the Sun the Sun did shoot well, almost 60%, 40% from the 3.
They played way better. It's just so inconsistent. I mean, if they could give me, a 100-point game, a 90-point game, 3 games in a row, I'll have more faith in them. But like I said, this is my equivalent was to the Sacramento Kings. I can't believe it until they get over the hump, and they just haven't been able to get to the finals in the 5 years that they've been together.
Well, they're game planning right now as we speak. Tomorrow night is the game.
Get it done, girls. Get it done.
You got the Sky coming out of it.
I do got the Sky coming out of it. I do got the Sky coming out of it. But I do want to say really, really quick, there was big news today. Asia Wilson won her 2nd MVP in 3 seasons. Yeah. Again, her and Stewie are the 2 best players in the world. I mean, the voting was like, one got 31 first place votes, the other one got 23. So it was neck and neck on who was going to pull that out. They gave it to Asia.
Better team, better record.
Yeah, better team, better record. She had to change positions. She's the one player on that team. Like I said, you can't take her off the floor. She has so much to do on that team. If she don't play well, that team ain't going nowhere.
And defensive player of the year.
And defensive player of the year as well. I mean, look.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Stewie on the offensive side of the ball, she ain't nothing to play with. And there's been a lot of back and forth on who should get it. Stewie didn't have enough help, but I'm not necessarily sold on a team that starts 4 guards. Like, you have to have a center who can And she's not even a center. She's 6'4". She's like a forward. But you have to have an all-world player to be able to start 4 guards, and then still be able to win games, especially like they do.
Yeah, I mean, number one seed in the playoffs, best record in the league.
Yep.
It's been all season long. Off of her back. So I mean, that's despite how good Brianna Stewart and her 42 are.
Yeah. It was nasty.
But that's the other thing too. You're the MVP, but you've got 4 of your teammates are all-star starters, arguably. Chelsea Gray in there as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, all the talent around you. Asia Wilson obviously elevates the play of her team, as you've mentioned.
Yep.
Man, she's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. It's been fun. Like I said before, it's like I was trying to think coming here. Have I seen 2 players in their prime and their teams relatively evenly matched going against each other? I can't. The closest I can remember is like Diana Taurasi and Tamika Catchings back in like 2007. But Tamika Catchings isn't a scorer per se. You know what I mean? She's a defender. But these 2 players, I mean, they're 1A and 1B, and you can flip them any day. And it was just fun to watch. And luckily for us, hopefully if Stewie decides to play in the W, and I hope she does, we'll get to watch it for, 3, 4, 5 years from now.
Definitely. Yeah. So gotta have Stewart in the WNBA. I mean, if she chooses to go overseas, I mean, she needs the money. They need to be paid more. So it's hopefully maybe her new contract can change the landscape of women's basketball moving forward. Elevate, raise all boats kind of thing if she can get paid.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they just released now granted, they're not pulling NBA numbers, but they get more viewers than Major League Soccer. But the WNBA television deal was like $25 million, and Major League Soccer's was $225 million. Even though the WNBA gets more viewers. So it's like, I don't know where that breakdown in communication are. I think it's similar to how the NCAA did the women. You don't know what it can be until you invest in it. When the tournament was here, it was packed out for the semifinals and the final. It just keeps getting better and better. If you don't put any money into it, you can't say it's not profitable. But in basketball, I think you can actually make a profitable women's sports league or whatever you want to call it, if you invest money into it. Yeah, they're getting better, and hopefully they're going to have to do something. They can't have, we already lost, I don't want to say we lost BG, trying to get BG back, but we can't sacrifice any more players going over there or them choosing to go over there and not playing the W. That just can't happen. And then we lost Maya Moore too because she stepped away from the game in her prime. So,
a couple of those things, but you're right. The monetary incentives, if it needs,
UConn,
they
just
need more. Right.
And then steps away, has a baby, and is not seen again. Don't look like she's coming back.
One of those interesting side plots. So, but tomorrow night, you watching the NFL or you watching WNBA? You got 2 TVs.
Oh, I'm watching WNBA. It's game 5. It's the first game of the NFL season. Like,
there's more to come.
There's more to come. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 100 million different storylines come Sunday. So I'm not going to plug into the NFL probably until after December.
I like it.
That's my
right on.
That's my timeline.
All right, you'll be our resident off-season WNBA expert. We appreciate it, Candace.
That series reminded me of that the Aces versus the Storm. It reminded me of Milwaukee, Brooklyn 2 years ago. And Bree is on her KD type stuff. The numbers that she put up. And the game, even though Sue hit that shot, I think they went to overtime and lost. Like KD, they went up. They wanted to get the dub. There wasn't nothing left for OT, and that's what happened. And also poor execution. Even though they executed a little bit, but on the defensive end, they didn't execute well. Just like Steve Nash wouldn't have his players ready. That's why Becky Hammond, she might be a better coach for the Nets than he is.
There you
go. But
you called it.
Hey, I thought she was gonna take over for Pop. Honestly, I didn't think she was gonna go to the WNBA. I thought she was gonna be the one to coach the NBA.
Maybe she'll be
the
first one to cross over.
I think Becky liked that.
Yeah, I think too. I don't know if Pop wanted her to take a rebuilding team.
No, that makes one because the Spurs suck.
The Spurs ain't what they were, and they don't have no franchise player. And
put her in a tough spot.
And losing.
She had,
you won't see a woman head coach for
right.
100 years.
Right. Now, I would have loved to see her in Brooklyn with Katie and Kyrie. I think she could have handled that. But if you get her with some players, I think she can do some work. But that's why I think, she didn't want to take over for Pop, because that would have been like,
Well, let's let her put in the work, win some ships here, and see if she can make the jump. That'd be sweet.
oh, sure.
But first, you got to get the ship.
All right, it's coming.
I'll root for the Aces depending on what happened with my Sky.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, we got to see what happens tomorrow night. Because
Jared's got his Candace Parker jersey.
You already know. I'm not voting against my girl, so I can't do it.
All right, WNBA Finals start Sunday. We'll see Aces versus either the Sun or Sky. To be determined tomorrow night. Thank you for coming on the show
Thank you for
again,
having me
Candace.
again. I appreciate it.
It's been awesome as always. We'll try and get you on next Wednesday. That we'll be hitting the finals, so
Yeah,
we'll keep
for
it
sure.
going. And for all you out there watching, we appreciate you turning in to That's Debatable. For Ryan Dietrich, Jeremiah Bays, Will Ward, Adam Dell. Have a good week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
No debatable.